Greater St. Lawrence League game between the Hudson's Bay Eagles and the Fort Vancouver Trappers. Hi everybody, Julie Pagel here along with my partner Mark Feeney. Looking forward to an exciting matchup, rivalry matchup between the Trappers and the Eagles.
Yeah, what are there, Julie, a couple miles between these two campuses?
Yeah, if that,
yeah.
Right? Long-time rivals, and as of late, the Eagles have had the success as far as girls basketball has gone. Trappers looking to pull an upset tonight, Mark.
Well, you know, we've got to start with defense, Julie. They've got to limit those turnovers, and they've got to stop some possessions. Or else it could get nasty.
That's Jonathan Schnacky, who's getting ready to introduce the starting lineup for the Trappers. Number 5 is Avery Rowe. She is a 5'10" sophomore. Number 3 is Marcelina Contreras, 5'2" guard. Paulina Jimenez, number 35, senior. Kaylee Gonzalez, 5'10" junior. Looking forward to watching her play this game. She wasn't able to play last one.
The title the beast in the middle, you know.
And rounding out the starting lineup for the Trappers is number 10, Cora Williams. Trappers are coached by Arlisa Hinton. Eagles will send out number 11, Jadia Martin, 14, Ashley Rodriguez, number 21, Peyton Ballard, 24, Kamale Powell, and number 25, Stacia McKayle. Eagles are coached by Michael Rainville. Jadia Martin, number 11 for the Eagles, is averaging 22.5 points a game, and she leads the entire county in scoring.
I didn't recognize that. I knew she was scoring over 20 points a game, but I didn't know she was leading the entire county. That's usually reserved for somebody at Prairie, isn't it?
Well, lately Prairie has been more balanced, and this year it's all about Jadia.
They have another player on their team that's putting up some big numbers. Powell?
Yep, 14 points a game. And one of the most talented Eagles is sitting on the bench tonight. That's Anaya Hampton, who just got back to playing again after an Achilles injury and hurt her arm. So bad luck for her. Hopefully,
sometimes the path to getting healthy is a tough one.
Right? Hopefully it's a quick rebound. At our first foul of the game, we'll go against Fort. Marcy Smith-Contreras. That's going to send the Eagles to the line. That one is off. She's going to get a second. Also off. Nice job by Cora Williams to corral the rebound.
Well, for Fort, it's good to see Gonzalez back in the lineup.
Yes, it is. A nice aggressive move to the hoop that time by Williams, just off. And here come the Eagles. There's Martin with her touch on top. She's going to go right up with it. That shot's long. Rebound by Avery Rowe. Contreras with the ball. She's going to go right up with it.
There you go. I heard her call it. I heard her call the bank there.
Knocked it in, and the Trappers have the early lead. Cannot lose sight of Jadia Martin. And she's going to go right to the hoop.
We're going to get to see her foul shooting form really quickly here.
That foul was on Cora. Jadia is going to shoot 2. She's got a great touch from the free throw line. She got a great touch from all over the floor.
I thought maybe you jinxed her there, Julie, but it went right to the bottom.
If you're going to average 22.5 points, you got to be a pretty darn good shooter. Oh, jinxed her on that one. Rebound to Jimenez. Trappers back again. That was a nice block by Powell.
Fort Vancouver's, last game we did, Julie, they never tried to look inside. They never tried to drive.
Yeah.
That's 2 or 3 possessions now where they've gone right to the hoop.
Yeah, last time was a lot of perimeter passing. Nice fake by Martin, a little bit strong off the glass. Trappers doing a good job of rebounding on the defensive end. Here comes Gonzalez with the ball. Another good defensive set for Bay. Come up with the steal. Coast to coast, and boy, she knocks it in. Gonna have to double check on that number, but I believe that's Paige Ballard that made the basket for Bay, I believe. Got a discrepancy in the number. Nice drive, and she'll try and get the three-pointer. Got it. Here comes Gloria Winter for the Trappers.
Best name on the team, Julie.
She's a winner. Great kid. Got to know her last year. Hard worker. Here goes Gonzalez. Tried to take it in, taken away by Martin. Shady off the dribble is long. Oh, Powell, great effort. But it's going to stay here with the Trappers.
Yeah, I couldn't see her foot from here. Apparently she couldn't quite get to it.
Nice pass by Martin. This one is going to go to the Trappers. Fort has to be pretty happy with the way the first 2.5 minutes of this game have gone. They've taken care of the basketball for the most part. They've got some good looks.
And they've, had some good defensive stands.
Rowe in the corner. She's going to take the ball to basket. Lost control just a little. Offensive rebound by Winter. She's going to go back up with it. That was a wild shot. It'll stay with Fort.
That whole possession was a little bit wild, Julie.
Yeah. Jimenez tried to go inside. And foul is going to be on Stacia Mikhaile. Gonzalez going to take the ball to the baseline. Oh, she had a look. Instead, dished it off. I think Coach Hinton's going to want Kaylee to take that shot.
Yeah. I think if she was a little bit more, what do I want to say, more wanting to take more of the shot, she'd generate a lot of defense to her.
Yes.
And then look for that pass, but not right off the top here.
Agreed. Williams keeps it alive, and she is tied up by Martin. Going to stay with the Trappers.
So how tall is Martin, Julie? She looks like she is.
She's listed at 5'11". I think that might be a little generous, but she's at least 5'9", 5'10". She's also really quick and got long arms. She's a fabulous volleyball player. Just an all-around athlete. Good cut to the basket that time by Williams, but she couldn't convert.
Good inbound play.
And there's the three-pointer from Martin.
I don't think Fort wants her to get in rhythm like that.
No. She really did a great job of catching and shooting. Now she's near steal. She's very aggressive on the defensive end. You feel like if you fake and go back door, you might have some opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Good job of staying in the front court, so there was no over and back call. Here comes Gonzalez. Good look inside. Another block by Powell. Oh, and Powell did something there. That didn't look good. She's hurting. She looked like she tweaked an ankle or something with her foot.
Yeah, something's not right. She's trying to walk it off right now.
Yeah, she's going to come out. They're going to get a look at that. Timeout for the Trappers, and re-entering the game is going to be Mahala Harrison for the Eagles when we get back to play.
Well, I think Fort Vancouver, Julie, is looking a little bit more sound tonight. They're not as panicking. I don't know if I want to attribute that totally to them. They're not getting pressed like they were against Kelso.
True. And we saw that was a real problem for them last time. They were very harried and did not take care of the basketball. They're doing a much better job thus far. Overall, the Eagles have a record of 13-4. They're 4-2 in league. Trappers have the one win against Evergreen of Seattle and are 0-6 in league. Mark, Hudson's Bay coming in on a bit of a losing streak as they lost to Prairie by 13, and then were upset by Kelso by 1 point last week. So Bay looking to get things back in shape tonight. There's Williams, rushed it just a little bit. There's that bounce pass you were talking about that just does not have enough behind it.
Yeah, that just really is not good fundamentals. It's just, I don't know. When you got the chest pass you can make, the chest pass is still, you put it in the person's hands to where they want it, rather than have them chase it all over the court.
Yeah, agreed.
And this team already is anticipating that.
Yes.
They're breaking on as soon as it bounces.
Ballard again on top. Sage Reynolds playing tough defense on Peyton Ballard. Also into the game for the Eagles is Maria Arroyo. Mary Brown will bring the ball up for the Trappers. Our first look at her. She's done a good job of shooting threes for Fort this year. Picked up her ball too early. There's an unforced error. Good defense by the Trappers. They stayed home. Martin couldn't finish.
On that last play, Julie, that was actually a good break by Gonzalez. You just saw her too late.
Yes.
And then tried to thread it.
Sub for the Eagles will have to wait till the next dead ball. Trapper bench would like a reach-in foul on Martin. No call. May Kars has entered for Hudson's Bay. It's a nice pass. And a pretty good reaction by Arroyo.
Mm-hmm. She got all ball on that.
Avery Rowe for the Trappers has only played, this is only her second year of basketball. She's done a really good job of trying to learn the game.
Yeah, she seems to have some basic instincts. She just has to hone in her skills just a hair.
Get some more experience.
Mm-hmm. What year is she?
She's a sophomore.
Sophomore, okay.
Another ball tried to force inside. Ballard comes up with it and makes the most of it. Eagles leading 9-2 here. Minute and a half left in quarter number one. Gonzalez dishes to Williams for the bucket.
That turned out well.
Yes.
But nice. I kind of thought Gonzalez should have just kept going to the hoop.
Well, Kaylee is the best scorer for the Trappers, so you could see why Defense might sag. There's a great steal by Sage Reynolds. Can't get it to go. Great hustle, though, by Sage. She's a track star here at Fort. Oh, nice entry pass. Avery Rowe picks up the foul. Coming in for the Trappers, I believe, is going to be Trinity Rice. Here she comes. Avery, take a seat. And Ballard hits both this time. Eagles stretch that lead back out to 7 again. Rice on top. Reynolds. That was a nice entry pass to Gonzalez that time. She goes 1-on-4, and she's going to go to the free throw line.
I think she could draw a lot of fouls. She's pretty tough as she goes to the hoop. She brings up all up hard, her elbows high, and I think she could draw a lot of fouls.
Hits the first one.
Nice looking shot.
Yeah, little unorthodox style. Yeah. She looks like she's got both hands on that ball.
I think, yeah, that's what I was thinking too, but the release and the spin looks really nice.
Yes, it does. Can't get that one to go. Knocked out of bounds by Fort. Ashley Rodriguez will play the point for the last 30 seconds here of quarter number 1. Love the defensive energy from Sage Reynolds. Trappers force another turnover.
Fort is giving them a little bit of problems on the offensive end, aren't they?
Yeah. Too long of a pass. Somebody's got to come up and meet it. And the shot at the buzzer is off. And that'll take us to the end of quarter 1. A good quarter for the Trappers, Mark.
It was. 5 points. But what I'm liking the most is the defensive side of the court for them. And they're getting shots. They're just not going.
Yeah. They've also done a good job of rebounding. Hey, congratulations to the Trapper bowling team, which just earned a share of the 3A Greater St. Helens League title. They're going to share that league title with Prairie as bowling is winding down, getting ready for the district tournament on Friday. Way to go, Trappers.
So is the district just pretty much people that were in the league?
Yep,
playing
6 teams. Yep. It'd be nice if that league co-championship meant something as far as a state bid, but you got to earn it on Friday. So,
there you go.
Important day. Getting to hear the Trapper band under Keith Norris. They sound awesome. Director Norris was telling me that our district gives band opportunities to 5th graders, that they'll bus them
really
to do band twice a week. So since he also teaches band at MAC, some of these kids he's worked with since
really
they've been 5th graders, and it's just steadily improved over the last several years. Great to hear.
Well, Julie, I'm expecting something to break out with Hudson's Bay. It feels like they haven't quite got control of their offense yet. Some poor passes inside, but
great follow by Martin and a reverse lay-in.
I think he was just passing to herself on that one, Julie, so she could show us that one.
I believe that's 6 points for Jadia now. And good recovery by Cora Williams. And this foul is going to go against Sage. That is the 6th team foul against Trappers. Excuse me, 5th team foul.
If your bench is deep enough, Julie, I'm not minding the fouls.
Right.
Because other games, that's 2 points.
Yes. And that foul on the interior to Cora Williams is going to send Powell to the free throw line to shoot 2.
She must have recovered from her, whatever she did to her foot.
Yeah.
She's back on the court.
Yeah, she looks like she's moving well. And got the first one to go. Powell and Martin juniors. They's going to be strong next year too. And I'm sure they're hoping they'll get Anaya Hampton back for the end of the season, postseason play.
Did she actually break her arm? Or?
You know, I'm not sure.
I'm not really seeing a cast.
I don't see a cast either. I think it was just maybe a bad bruise, but talking to the Bay scorers, they thought she'd be back sooner than later. So hopefully the end of this week. It could be that they thought they wouldn't really need her for this game. If you look at records, you could see why they might think that. And they want to be sure that she's okay.
Another Fort rebound there, Julie.
Yeah, nice job on the defensive glass. That was Julianne Medrano who had a good looking shot, but it didn't go. A lot of chanting from that Bay bench on the defensive end. A lot of energy. Here comes Paulina Jimenez back into the game for Fort. Kaylee's going to take a seat. Stolen by Jadia. Trappers are going to switch to a man-to-man. Long look from outside. Off. Rebound. Boy, there's a situation where May Kars just knew where Jadia was going, threw it up, and landed in the right spot.
And Barton didn't even have a thought about bringing that ball down. It stayed at full arm extension the whole way through.
Hey everybody, if you're a Twitter user, you can follow VPS Game Time to get the latest schedule information and more. The Twitter handle is @VPS Game Time. We also share good sports news from around our area with that account. So follow us today and we might just follow you back. Again, that's @VPS Game Time. All right, Eagles with a quick 6-0 run to start the second quarter. Good timeout for Coach Hinton and the Trappers. What's going on in that huddle, do you suppose?
They got to think of some way to break down the middle, whether it's sending Gonzalez in there and trying to make the shot, and last second maybe laying it off. But I think if she drives, she's going to get fouls, and there's no better way to get Martin less effective than to get some fouls on her.
For sure. Trappers need to stay aggressive. Getting out there for the Eagles, Mahala Harrison, Kamalai Powell, Jadia Martin, May Kars, and Julianne Medrano. For the Trappers, we've got Jimenez, Brown, Gonzalez, Cora Williams, and Trinity Rice. Like to see Mary Brown take the ball deeper. That's better. Now kick it out. Jimenez just short. Rebound, put back is off by Gonzalez. Hudson's Bay will take control.
Gonzalez is certainly making a difference on the boards on both ends.
Yes. Nice to see her moving a little bit better. She's missed quite a bit because of a sore hamstring. There's Kars with the open look. Can't get it to go. Good box out that time, but the Trappers didn't jump. There's a nice rebound by Rice. She's going to be tied up. Alternate possession. Oh, no, they're going to call that foul on Martin.
Oh, okay. You can tell she wasn't happy missing that three-pointer there. No, I like what I'm seeing out of Martin. This is my first time to see her.
Yeah, she usually shoots a higher percentage. She's a very talented player. I'm sure it's early in this game. She'll get it going. Smith-Contreras launched that one, didn't have control of it. Loose ball is going to come right back to her. Marcy takes it down. I think she got away with the travel.
I think she might have gone up, yeah. They got 2-3 possessions out of that offensive possession.
A good save. Oh, that would have been a pretty assist for Martin that time, in and out. Gonzalez to Jimenez. And rebounded by Harrison.
Now that looked nice too, Julie. They just aren't getting them to go down.
Mihaela Harrison, number 22, just a freshman. Oh, and that's too bad. Martin was going to Harrison, and Powell thought it was to her and knocked it out of bounds. Across town tonight, these same teams are playing on the boys' side. Oh, nice look inside. Oh,
that has to go.
Great pass by Cora Williams, but Marcy couldn't get it down. Again, good defense by the Trappers, and there's a nice putback by Harrison, the freshman. Last time the boys met up, Trappers got the best of the Eagles, so we'll see what happens this time around. Clean pick by Jadia, and she's going to go coast to coast and lay it in. She got quick hands.
She does. She's like a predator out there. She's always looking. She's got a good court sense, too. She knows where that ball's going.
Trappers here in a little bit of danger of letting this one slip away as they've been outscored 10-0 here in the second quarter. That's been kind of a bugaboo for the Trappers, is having quarters where they have not scored or only scored a basket or two, and they need to put a stop to that in a hurry. Great hands by Powell.
Yeah, I went to the Evergreen game, Julie, against Fort, and it was like that. They would score with them for a quarter, then score 2 the next quarter, then stay with them for a quarter and score 3.
Right. That's a nice ball fake by Jimenez. Can't get it to go. Martin with the clear out.
She was looking for an opportunity to swing that elbow.
Yes, she was. She's going right up with it. Now she's getting her groove.
Yeah, good-looking player.
Another nice basket. Williams on top. Kicks it out. Winner thought about it. Like to see Kaylee take that three-pointer. She hit quite a few of them during the warm-up. Jimenez in and out on her long three-point attempt. Back come the Eagles. That's a pretty little simple pick and roll. Martin to Powell.
It looks like Martin has moved to point guard.
She plays all over. She's a great ball handler. Volleyball-wise, she's a great hitter, great setter. Plays super defense. Body's on the floor, and the ball's going to go to Hudson's Bay. Peyton Ballard back in for the Eagles. And also number 10, Maria Arroyo. There's a nice job of outside, backside defense from Paulina Jimenez. Avery's going to let that fly. Rebound Jimenez. Row again. Goes in the corner. Nice aggressive move to the basket by Marcy, but couldn't get it to go.
She's actually had a couple of those tonight. It looks really good.
Yep.
Little head fake and go.
There's a little miscommunication by the Trappers. Nobody picked up Medrano that time.
Medrano is 5 feet tall, Julie. I don't see anybody taking advantage of her height, though. She's been playing pretty tough out there.
She has been. Scrapper. That was a scrappy play that time by number 10, Arroyo, for the Eagles.
I think we're in a scrum.
Not a lot of size on the floor for either team right now.
Well, so Hudson's Bay is trying to win a league championship and dreams about going a lot farther than that. I don't know how they match up in size with like Prairie and some of the other teams that are competing.
I think they match up well. I think that most people would say that Hudson's Bay may have the most talent in the league. But they're still working on being a little more disciplined, taking care of the basketball. That's a great attack to the basket from Ballard.
I thought you actually might have got a call on that one too.
Yeah. We saw Kelso, and they're tough. They're guard, and they've got the one interior player that's a scorer. But I was pretty surprised that they beat Bay, although it was just 1 point, and we'll see when they play again. Prairie is the perennial machine. Mm-hmm. I think they haven't lost a league game for like 20 years, I want to say.
I didn't know it was that bad.
Oh, yeah, it's a very, very long streak. And it's just a mindset, you know. Breakaway opportunity for Fort.
Nice finish.
Marcy Smith-Contreras with the basket. Just before halftime, that was nice.
Three seconds on the clock.
Oh my goodness, there's another breakdown. Trappers got lucky. 0.4 to go. It's going to be just catch and launch. And that'll do it. So at the end of the half, it's 29-7 Hudson's Bay. There's a lot of basketball coming up, but we're going to take a quick break. First, we're going to look at some highlights, and then we'll take a break.
I hope that's not the highlights.
Well, maybe we're not going to get any highlights. So in the meantime, let's learn more about the upcoming levy election and how it'll impact our schools. Please enjoy the halftime show, and we'll see you in the second half.
Hi, everybody. It's time for a quick look inside Vancouver Public Schools. I'm Nick Vole. As you have likely heard, there's a supplemental levy on the February ballot that would maintain the current level of services in our schools. Vancouver has more than 23,000 students over more than 30 school buildings. The state pays for just 4 safety officers to cover the whole district. The local levy pays for 32 additional officers for a total of 36. Let's meet 2 DROs and see the impact they have on their schools. Ro Michaele is an attention grabber.
We all think she's pretty cool.
It's lunchtime at Jason Lee Middle School, and the district resource officer is announcing which students need to go to study hall to finish assignments. It's one of a million things she does at Jason Lee.
Supervising, making sure students are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Priority 1, keeping kids safe.
I definitely think in the modern society especially, it's incredibly important to have a good security guard at a public school like this.
Middle and high schools have permanently assigned district resource officers, or DROs. At the elementary level, they have roving officers like Catlin Anderson. He works at 6 schools, including Fruit Valley.
There's times where we can handle things, and there's other times where it's nice just to have a third point, somebody to help de-escalate, or even just to have a presence, because just the physical presence of the car and Catlin will often deter problems.
I would say maybe 10% of what we do is the real safety, security stuff. I mean, we're doing that kind of stuff every day, but I would say 80 to 90% of what we do here is just building relationships with the kids.
That means walking the halls, saying hello, creating trust.
Now when I'm coming into my schools, there's a lot of kids that are recognizing me, coming up to say hi or ask me questions or give me high fives or whatever it may be.
I often see students, sitting against the wall, sitting by themselves, and that was me. And for me to make that connection with that, I mean, if I can make an impact in any way.
Having a trusted adult, a human connection with someone who cares, can help get kids through a tough time.
Every student here knows her and trusts her.
She's funny, and she's also the security guard, and she does her both jobs, being nice and protecting our school.
Building relationships based on trust can also prevent problems from getting worse or happening in the first place.
And it's really important that kids are comfortable enough to come up and tell me if they're being bullied, or if something's bothering them, or if they're feeling, some kids having mental health problems, if they're feeling suicidal, or if they're down.
Students who know Catlin or Rowe have learned that the most important part of their work is right there in the job title. They're a resource.
You would definitely go to Roe if there's something bothering you. And she'll be at your side. She got you.
There are similar discrepancies when it comes to nurses, counselors, and other important positions in schools. The local levy helps pay to improve the ratio so more kids get the help they need. The election is on February 11th. Hey, check this out. It is our favorite social media post. Yeshi Berry of Vancouver School of Arts and Academics is the winner at the Poetry Out Loud competition put on in part by ESD 112. Yeshi, along with Amy Eels of Battleground High School, will now advance to the state competition in March. Students in Poetry Out Loud perform their favorite poems in front of a crowd, and you can see the competition soon on Comcast Channel 328. And hey, since you are on social media, why not connect with Vancouver Public Schools? We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Until next time, I'm Nick Bull.
We are preparing students for the future.
We are pursuing our dreams.
We are keeping our systems running smoothly so students can learn.
We are making sure the kids have the nutrition they need to learn.
We are keeping our kids safe and secure.
We are keeping our kids healthy and active.
We are ready for the future.
We are
Vancouver.
Vancouver Public Schools.
We are Vancouver Public Schools.
Hey guys, how was school?
Hi everybody, time for a quick look inside Vancouver Public Schools. I'm Nick Voll. This one maybe not so quick a look, but it is an important topic you need to know about. Vancouver voters, you will face an important decision in February. The school district is asking for a supplemental levy to maintain its current level of services, and there's a lot to consider. So we are going to start with the big question, how did we get here? Well, in 2007, Washington families sued the state, arguing that it was failing to adequately fund education as it is mandated to do in the state constitution. The Supreme Court agreed, and in 2012, the so-called McCleary decision forced the legislature to provide more money. After a lot of wrangling, finally, in 2018, the legislature came up with a plan to provide more money to schools. As part of that plan, it limited how much districts could raise locally, capping levies at $1.50 per $1,000 of property value. In February of this year, under that new rule, Vancouver voters approved a $1.50 levy. So far, so good, right? Well, the problem is that when you add in the cost of long-delayed and much-deserved raises for teachers and other employees, along with other rising costs, there wasn't enough money overall to provide services.
We believe that our teachers deserve to be paid as professionals. We believe our clerical and professional staff and our maintenance teams ought to be paid in a competitive way. The state was failing to do that.
And Vancouver isn't alone in this problem.
What we found in 250 some school districts is the net result in terms of dollars to deploy programs and sustain positions and programs was insufficient.
Because of shortfalls in school districts across Washington, the legislature raised the so-called levy cap to $2.50, but that came too late for Vancouver Public Schools, which had been forced to run a levy at the lower rate. Facing a $14 million deficit, VPS was able to budget its way through this year with a one-time cash payment from the state, by dipping into its rainy day fund, and by making budget cuts in the central office.
Approximately $4 million of primarily administrative cuts have already been implemented, and we are not planning to restore those as a result of this supplemental levy. The idea that we could go deeper into that pool to achieve the 10.3 looming possible deficit, I think really puts the system in jeopardy of legal compliance. I think it puts the system in jeopardy of being responsive to the community.
So now the district faces the choice of either asking for more levy dollars from the community or cutting just over $10 million from classrooms and elsewhere. Here's a look at the numbers. The proposed levy would collect $10 million in 2021 and a bit more than that the following 2 years. For property owners, that would be an additional 43 cents per $1,000 of assessed property value in the first year. That number would fall slightly in 2022 and 2023. For example, if you own a home that costs $350,000, in 2021 you'd pay an additional $150. Now, when you account for state and local school taxes, the passage of this supplemental levy would bring the total bill for property owners for the cost of schools to $6.45 per $1,000 of assessed value. That's the same amount property owners were paying in 2017 before the McCleary decision.
We were very...
High school, getting ready for third quarter action between the Eagles of Hudson's Bay and the Trappers of Fort Vancouver. Hudson's Bay stretched it out a little bit, 18-2 run in the second quarter to take a 29-7 lead mark, and let's hope Trappers can tighten things up a little bit and get back into this.
All right, start the second half. It's Trappers' ball.
We had mentioned that early in the game, Julie, about them having those quarters where they just don't produce. And it's hard to make up for, that many points difference in a quarter.
There's a nice look. Rowe has it. She's going to go up strong. Can't get it to go. Nice rebound by Gonzalez, and she's going to go to the free throw line.
Personal foul on the Eagles.
I believe they're going to call that foul on Powell.
Number 24.
Yep. I'd like to see Gonzalez go to the hoop this half.
Yeah.
And actually aggressive. Put it up. She's gone to the hoop a couple times and dished it off last second.
Right. Just offline on that free throw attempt. Gonzalez, Rowe, Jimenez, Williams, and Smith-Contreras out there for the Trappers. Nice rebound by Powell. Also Ballard, Mikhaile, Martin, and Rodriguez for the Eagles. Good post up that time and a left-handed bucket.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
She did a great job of using her body to keep the defender off.
And the timing of the pass, Julie, made it all work.
There's a nice aggressive drive by Kaylee, just what you were looking for, Mark.
I think she's going to continue to draw fouls doing that. Now, if we need to start capitalizing on the free throws.
Right. Ballard back the other way. Rodriguez. Can't leave Martin. Too much space. Beautiful pass inside. And
nice pass, and that's a little bit more of what I thought we'd get out of Powell. I wasn't seeing as much in the first half, but that's 2 possessions there that look really good.
Martin and Powell work very well together, and my guess is that Coach Rainville talked a little bit about that at halftime. Let's get us some easy baskets.
Well, they're 2 for 2.
Second team foul for the Eagles. That one was on Ashley Rodriguez. Great fronting defense and outlet pass from Powell. Oh, good dish by Ballard. And stolen away by Smith. Jimenez with the ball. Rowe on top. She's going to take it in and draw a foul. Didn't see a lot of contact, but they're going to call that on Mikhaile.
Well, it's been pretty reliable, Julie. When going inside on Hudson's Bay, they will take your arm, right?
Yeah. And again, as you said, got to capitalize on those free throws. Here comes Trinity Rice for Kaylee Gonzalez.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to be free points, right, when you're shooting free throws.
Rowe's going to get another opportunity.
There you go.
Hits that one. That was nice. There's a nice jumper right off of the screen. One dribble went right up with it.
And once again, a great pick by Powell to free her up for uncontested shots.
Trapper's doing a nice job of drawing fouls. That's number 4 on Hudson's Bay. Peyton Ballard that time, her first.
Let's see if we get another good inbounds play here, Julie. We've had a couple.
Yes.
But I don't know if we've got any to pay off in that time, but we had some good shots out of it.
May or may not get this one to pay off. Smith Contreras had an open look. She was just short. Fort will retain possession. Martin thought she'd force another turnover.
Yeah, you need to give some kind of fake and go the other direction. Her arms are so long.
And she's so quick.
Yeah, look at that.
There's another
It's almost
steal.
like you're passing to her.
Nice hesitation move. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. Oh, she got clocked that time. JD is a tough kid. First team foul for Fort here in the second half. Nice block by Contreras Smith. And Martin is going to go to the line.
I don't know if there's anybody in foul trouble, Julie. Is there?
I don't think so, because the first half I was just thinking was relatively wide open. They didn't call many fouls, and already that's our 6th foul here in less than 3 minutes. Eagles have stretched the lead. You can see why Jadia is averaging 22.5 points a game. She's got to be getting close there.
Effortless.
Yeah.
Those shots just look so effortless.
Coming into the game, May Kars. Mikhaile will take a seat. Trappers have had a lot of different people playing the point. Now it's Jimenez. It's a tough matchup for her against Jadia. Cora. Ball's tied up.
Jump ball, Eagles ball.
Hudson's Bay on the alternate possession.
Well, there's another example of my favorite bounce pass. She hit her foot with it. She hit the defender's foot, and all they do is turn it into a turnover.
Right. Unfortunate. Gonna go high post. Oh, goodness. That's kind of a tough one because Powell really was just trying to square up. It was definitely not a dirty play, but caught Trinity Rice right in the jaw.
Yeah.
That looked like it hurt. Another bounce pass leading to a turnover. Rodriguez, beautiful ditch to Martin.
Well, Hudson's Bay is starting to hit on all cylinders now.
Yeah. I'd say they've got their groove back, breaking out of this little 2-game losing streak. Here comes Mary Brown in.
Yeah, Martin seems to be every place the ball is.
Eagles on a 10-1 run here to open the third quarter. Powell wisely gets out of the key. Ballard out to Martin. Oh, there's one she'd like back. Great offensive board and bucket by Powell.
Yeah, Powell's a player too, Julie. She's looking good. First half was a little slow, but second half she's come to play.
Yeah, that instance in the first half where it looked like she tweaked her ankle, and boy, no sign of it now. She's playing a strong third quarter. Good rebound by Martin. Oh. Another offensive rebound, but the Eagles could not convert.
Did you see where Martin was on that foul shot that missed?
Yeah.
She went right around the fourth player and was standing underneath the bucket.
Yeah, no box out there. Nice little behind the back dribble. Kars, oh yeah, she got fouled that time. I believe that's going to be on Rowe.
Personal foul on Trappers. Number 35.
Yes, they're going to call it on Jimenez. That's a friendly bounce.
Yeah, somebody loosened that rim up.
May Kars with the free throw. Sage and Kaylee back in for Fort. What would have been a lane violation on Williams is wiped out by the made free throw.
So we need a little scoring from Fort Vancouver here, Julie. Well, in the first quarter, what did we sit at, 5?
Yes, it's been quite a drought. We've had some decent looks. Looked like Gonzalez should have just squared up and taken that one.
Yeah, I know she's been injured, and maybe she's thinking about something on that because I think she's had a lot of opportunities she could have taken advantage of.
Maria Arroyo re-entering for Hudson's Bay. A lot of really good instincts by the Trappers, but they're just unable to stay under control. Looked like that time Williams just rushed it a little bit, led to a tie-up. There's a nice move by Cora, and she's going to go to the line. 17th foul on Hudson's Bay, Mark, so the rest of the way, Trappers will be in the bonus. It's one way to get their points. Nice looking shot from Cora.
There we go.
Cora Williams, 5'8" senior. Can't get that one to go. Another rebound by Martin. That time, Trappers did a nice job of collapsing. JD, if she would have looked off to her right, she would have seen her teammate Kars wide open. Unforced error there. Pretty pass. Great job by Ashley Rodriguez of running the floor.
No
Oh,
kidding.
excuse me, not Rodriguez. It was Mahala Harrison, the freshman, running the floor. Made a great catch and finish. Like to see Gonzalez square up and hit that. Turnover for the Trappers. Will hand the ball back to Hudson's Bay. I think that time Ballard thought she was throwing to either Powell, Harrison, or Martin, because that was launched way out of bounds. And our official on the baseline is getting a little too excited as we inbounded the ball when there was still a substitution going on. And now we go. Gloria Winter's going to bring the ball up for Fort. Good cut by Cora. Went up with the right hand. Had a good look, couldn't get it to go.
Been a lot of those tonight, Julie.
Yeah. Nice entry pass. That shot is a little bit short by Harrison. There's a nice move by Kaylee Gonzalez with the left hand.
And that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, gonna go to the line.
It actually looked, looking at her face coming up court, I was betting she was going to the hoop. It's about time. I think she could do something with that.
Determined. There's a nice looking free throw. Hudson's Bay on a 16-3 run this quarter. Looking to add on. Medrano take the ball to the basket. She's not afraid to shoot.
She's not.
She comes in and puts it right up. There's a great pass. Kars looked like she got fouled, no whistle. There's a nice move by Kaylee. Beautiful. Attacked the basket nicely.
I think she heard us talking, maybe.
I hope so. Oh, nice pick and roll. Can't get the shot to go. That's too bad because that was well done. Here comes Cora, can't handle it. Well, both teams are working hard.
Yes, they are.
A little bit ragged there, but great hustle from Mahala Harrison, the 5'10 freshman for Hudson's Bay. Eagles cannot quite run out the shot clock. Certainly won't with Ballard taking it hard to the rim. Another bucket for Hudson's Bay.
Wasn't even a thought, Julie.
Right?
Yep.
Sage, nice baseline move. Over to Williams, who goes up with it. Oh! Can't get it to go at the buzzer. But she did draw a foul, and she'll shoot 2.
Can't argue with any of that.
Cora's going to get to shoot 2 as the teams huddle up. The end of the third quarter. Got the first one. Definitely an unorthodox shooting style. She got 1 of 2. And Mark, why don't you tell us a little bit about the levy?
Attention voters, you have a big decision to make. In February, you'll be asked to approve a supplemental levy to maintain the current level of service being provided to students. There are a lot of questions out there about why the district is asking for the levy and where will the money go, and you can get all those answers to that and other questions at the district website.
Another big quarter for Hudson's Bay as they've extended the lead to 47-13.
Julie, it's kind of an interesting game because, I'm not as frustrated as I have been.
Agreed.
It's just that Fort Vancouver is just not getting anything to go down.
Right. They've done a better job of taking care of the basketball. They've got some shots up. There have been some encouraging things for both sides. Right now, obviously, the talent level is in 2 different places. And Trappers just trying to hang in there as best they can.
Haven't seen the game with Kelso. You in the first half said it was an upset for Kelso to beat Hudson's Bay. But what I was seeing in the first half, it didn't look like an upset to me. What I'm seeing in the second half, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, and we know Kelso puts on a pretty intense full court press, so I don't know if Hudson's Bay had a problem with that. I'd be surprised because Ballard is a good ball handler, Martin's a good ball handler, and they're experienced. These girls play a lot of minutes. Looked like the foot was on the line. That's long, rebounded by Mikhaile. Good look inside to Powell. She does a great job of using the glass.
Yeah, she does. And that I was thinking about that earlier, how many times we had the opportunity. And that shot is a hard shot if you don't use the glass.
Exactly. That time Rowe was not aware that she was out of bounds when she caught that ball. Ball goes right back to the Eagles. Hudson's Bay giving a lot of minutes to its bench players. And just as I say that, J.D. Martin comes back in.
He must be a little below her average right now.
Yeah, she's got to be getting close.
It's got to be close, right? That probably takes her past it. No, I thought that was down.
That looked pretty good from there. Quick pass. That time Powell can't get it to go. Nice rebound put back from Maria Arroyo. Arroyo only 5'6", but she was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, we've said her name quite a few times tonight. She's definitely a part of this game.
She is a senior, playing her last season for the Eagles. Boy, she knows where she's going to be because she lets go of that ball with a no-look pass, and it's found Powell's hands every time.
Those two look really good together.
A little bit late, Mary Brown. If she could have seen that a little bit earlier, it would have been a good basket opportunity. Rowe takes to the hole, can't get it to go. Martin. A nice trail defense from Rowe. Medrano has it and put back by Martin.
You see Martin getting back involved in that play. She was up around half court after she missed that shot. She gets the lay-in.
Good hustle by J.D. Martin. Trappers are getting ready for wholesale substitutions. Everybody's coming out with the exception of Sage Reynolds. So now we're at a 40-point deficit. I believe the running clock will come into play. Another bucket for J.D. Martin. And Gonzalez going to take over the point again for Fort. Nice catch. Oh, great play by Martin. Blocked it and kept it in bounds.
Nice to be able to float like that, isn't it?
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. She's fun to watch.
Yeah, she is. I really enjoy watching, talent on the court. And she and Powell both look really good out there.
And also Anaya Hampton, when she comes back, they make quite a trio.
If you think in basketball, Julie, you've only got 5 people on the court.
Right.
You add one more piece to the 2, and it could be incredible.
Nice give and go. Gonzalez going to go right back to the free throw line. If you're Coach Hinton, you got to be happy with the Trappers' execution of trying to drive the ball to the basket and not settling for long outside shots.
Yeah, it looks so much better tonight, Julie. Mm-hmm. This is my 3rd game. You've seen more, but I've seen 3 of their games this year. And this is the best I've seen them actually address the offense, right?
Right. Much better job of taking care of the ball. That did not catch the rim. Too bad. Cora Williams was ready for a putback.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how many foul shots Fort Vancouver has taken tonight.
I believe they've taken quite a few, and I can only remember maybe 2 or 4 that Hudson's Bay has taken. There's a breakaway. Come on, Cora. There's going to be a foul called there. And that's going to send Cora Williams back to the line.
I didn't really catch the foul.
Didn't look like there was too much contact, but Cora will go to the line. That one is off.
I thought when she was driving, Julie, is that she just needs to stay strong and go up hard to the hoop. But she kind of turned her back and threw it over this one.
I think she was afraid of contact or afraid of getting that ball blocked. But you go up strong, you have a chance for a 3-point play.
Mm-hmm. At least you got the foul.
Right. And she got one of them. Rodriguez and Harrison and Karst back in for Hudson's Bay. Medrano offline.
Now with the lineup right now, better time than ever for her to go to the hoop, just like that.
Did a great job of splitting the defense and laying it in. There's a kick out. Karst with the 3-pointer. Short. Rebounded by Rodriguez. Can't get that to go. Gonzalez dishes it to Williams, in and out. Oh, wow. Harrison that time got clocked. No call. It's getting rough out there, Mark.
It really is. Look.
McKiley will slow it down. And here comes Rodriguez. Just under 2 minutes to play. This one was decided a long time ago. There's Mikhaile. Long. Rebound Cars. That's off. Great hustle by Sage Reynolds. And a timeout is called by the Trappers. Well, let's take this opportunity to let you know that the school district offers more than a dozen magnet programs and programs of choice. And now's the time to sign up for next year. Over the next month, schools are hosting open houses and accepting applications. At Fort, that includes welding, medical and culinary arts, and more. I'd like to throw in the education magnet. Coach St. Clair does a great job with the future teachers. At Hudson's Bay, the Bay ACES program teaches students about the agriculture, engineering, and more. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. So go to vansd.org/choices to learn more. Again, that's vansd.org/choices. All kinds of choices for kids now. Very different from when we were in high school.
Oh, much different. Julie, how do you actually get accepted in one of those programs? Do you just apply and...
Yep, you apply and...
you ever get turned down?
Yeah, I think there are times when kids get turned down, but obviously, I mean, if there's no room.
Right, that's what it would be, right?
Right, because I know our culinary magnet is really popular and just with the kids already at Fort. So sometimes there's more room than others some years. Long look from Cars can't go. Sage was open. Another foul is going to send the Trappers back to the free throw line. Marcy will shoot. That is the double bonus, so Marcy will shoot 2. So with this win, Hudson's Bay will stretch their record, their league record, to 5-2. Trappers will be winless, and we'll look forward to their next opportunity later in the week.
Well, Bay's back off that losing streak, right? They're winning again. And do they still have a game against Prairie and...
yes.
Yeah, both of them, right?
Yes. So Prairie and Kelso, they get another opportunity to get them again, and hopefully for the Eagles and Hampton will be able to play in those games. Avery Rowe can't get it to go. Gotta give credit to Cora Williams. She's really worked hard all game for the Trappers.
Really hard.
Both ends of the floor.
Well, working hard is not a problem of Fort Vancouver's.
No, never has been. Tried for the long outlet pass. Great steal by Medrano. Eagles can take the last shot of this ball game if they choose to. Oh, I'm really glad that shot went in. Yeah. She had some good looks. And she finally got one to go. That's Julianne Medrano, the senior, at the buzzer. And we'll take a look at some highlights from the ball game. I'm sure that many of them will be between Jadia Martin and Camelai Powell. Well, let's take a look at the upcoming broadcast schedule for VPS Game Time. Our next matchup is next Wednesday, and it's a big one as two of the biggest boys and girls programs in the area face off. Skyview versus Union. Girls tip off at 6 p.m., followed by the boys at 7:30 on February 5th. You can watch the game on Comcast Channel 328 or the VPS Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube channels. So, Mark, I know the final score doesn't look pretty. Hudson's Bay 59, Fort Vancouver 16, but there were some good things on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, you know, the teamwork between Powell and Martin was awesome. They weren't alone. The freshman, number 22,
Harrison
came in and did some good things. Good timing passes from both of those other two players. She's going to be a good addition going
definitely.
forward.
And the Trappers got some good hustle out of a lot of players and good scoring tonight out of Kaylee Gonzalez, and right back at it tomorrow.
Well, Gonzalez must have had 12 rebounds.
Yeah, and
She
a lot
made
of the
huge
points.
difference, yeah. But she made a big difference. I mean, the rebound is something that we've always had trouble with.
Exactly, agreed. So that'll do it from the Trap. For Mark Feeney, this is Julie Pagel saying goodnight, everybody, and thanks for watching. Have a great evening.